Good afternoon, children. In our last video, you have studied about the female reproductive system. Today, we will start with the new topic, and that is gametogenesis. The process of formation of haploid gametes from undifferentiated diploid germ cells in the gonads for sexual reproduction is called gametogenesis. Gametogenesis in human beings is of two types. Number one, spermatogenesis in male, which begins at puberty, and in female it is called oogenesis, that starts at embryonic stage. Gametogenesis takes place in primary sex organs, that is in testes and ovaries, and it produces sperms and ovum respectively. Let us start with the first type, that is spermatogenesis. It is the formation of spermatozoa, means the sperms, the male gametes in the testes, which originate from the seminiferous tubules. Okay, so it is a formation of haploid male gamete called the sperms in seminiferous tubules of testis, that is called spermatogenesis. The inner wall of the seminiferous tubules contains two types of cells. ये हम लोग already पढ़ चुके हैं जब हमने seminiferous tubule का structure पढ़ा था. That are germ cells, which are called spermatogonia cells, and the Sertoli cells. Germ cells or the spermatogonia cells divides and develop into sperms, and Sertoli cells nourishes the developing sperms. The spermatogenesis takes place in two stages like spermatogenesis, spermatidogenesis, and spermiogenesis. Let us study it in detail. Spermatogenesis. It is the process of formation of spermatids. It is the process of formation of spermatids. It involves three substages. Number one is the multiplication phase. The undifferentiated germ cells present on the inside wall of the seminiferous tubules of the testes are called spermatogonia. Singular is spermatogonium, or the sperm mother cell. This cells, spermatogonia or sperm mother cells, increase in number by repeated mitotic divisions, so that the newly formed spermatogonia possesses the same number of chromosomes. Each spermatogonium is diploid and contains 46 chromosomes. Then the second phase, that is the growth phase. Some of the spermatogonia differentiate to primary spermatocytes. You can see it in this figure. In this diagram you can see. Okay, what happens is spermatogonia, it undergoes mitosis, produces many spermatogonia, the number increases, then the cell growth takes place, which results in formation of the differentiate, means the spermatogonia differentiate to produce the primary spermatocytes. Now the third phase, that is the maturation phase or formation of spermatids. Each of these primary spermatocytes undergo first meiotic division and produces two secondary spermatocytes which has 23 chromosomes. Each this secondary spermatocyte further undergoes second meiotic division to produce 4 haploid spermatids. Okay. The spermatids transform into spermatozoa by the process called spermiogenesis. And then the last phase, okay, that is differentiation phase. After spermiogenesis, that is transformation of spermatids into spermatozoa, the sperm's head get embedded in the Sertoli cells and are finally released from the seminiferous tubules by the process called spermiation. Okay, so the primary spermatocytes will undergo meiosis 1 and it will then produce the secondary spermatocyte which will undergo meiosis 2 and it will produce spermatids, and then there will be transformation of spermatids into spermatozoa by the process called spermiogenesis. Right, now spermatogenesis and hormones, or hormones essential for spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis initiates due to a significant increase in the secretion of gonadotropin releasing hormone, that is GnRH, by hypothalamus at the age of puberty. The increased level of gonadotropin releasing hormone acts on the anterior pituitary gland and stimulates the secretion of two gonadotropins, that is luteinizing hormone LH and follicle stimulating hormone FSH. LH, that is luteinizing hormone, acts on Leydig cells. L for luteinizing hormone, L for Leydig cells. Okay, so LH acts on Leydig cells, stimulating the process of spermatogenesis, and FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, acts on the Sertoli cells and stimulates the secretion of some factors which help in spermiogenesis. ठीक है, ये Leydig cell पर luteinizing hormone will act on the Leydig cells, stimulating the synthesis and secretion of the androgens, which in turn stimulates the process of spermatogenesis. Androgens are the testicular hormones which function to maintain the accessory ducts and glands in males. Moving to the next topic, that is structure of a sperm or spermatozoa. This is the diagram of a sperm. A mature spermatozoa or sperm cell is a microscopic tadpole-shaped structure about 2 to 5 micrometer in diameter and 60 micrometer long. A plasma membrane encloses the entire sperm. Okay, this. It consists of a head, neck, middle piece and tail. Let us study about these 4 parts in detail. First, the head. Head is a flat oval and composed of a large haploid nucleus and a small anterior cap-like structure called acrosome is formed. Acrosome. The acrosome lies at the tip of the nucleus and is formed from the Golgi complex. It contains the hydrolytic enzyme and is used to contact and penetrate the egg during fertilization. Let me show you it in the figure. Okay. Here, if you see in this diagram, this is the acrosome. हेड के ऊपर एक कैप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होता है जिसमें हेड्रोलाइटिक एंजाइम्स होते हैं, उसे कहते हैं एक्रोजोम. और वो कहाँ पर प्रेजेंट होता है? एट द टिप ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस. और किससे बनता है? तो गोल्गी कॉम्प्लेक्स से. और हाइड्रोलाइटिक एंजाइम्स जो है वो किसके लिए हेल्प करेंगे? इट हेल्प्स टू कॉन्टैक्ट एंड पेनिट्रेट द एग ड्यूरिंग द fertilization process. The second part of the sperm is the neck. It is short and contains 2 centrioles, one lying behind the other at the right angles. The proximal centriole plays a very important role in first cleavage of the zygote, and the distal centriole gives rise to the axial filament of the sperms. So neck is the part which connects the head and the middle piece. The third part is the middle piece. It is a cylindrical and known as the powerhouse of the sperm. It possesses many mitochondria to produce energy for the movement of the tail, that is for the motility of the sperm, that facilitates the sperm motility. Okay. Then the last part is the tail. It is a very long, slender का मतलब पता है ना, soft and tapering structure. Tapering means pointed होता है end से, formed of cytoplasm. A fine thread called the axial filament arises from the posterior centriole and traverses the middle piece and the tail. The spermatozoa swim by vibrating their tail in a fluid medium in search of ova. If a sperm fails to contact an ovum with a specific period, it exhausts its energy and dies. The human male ejaculates about 200 to 300 million sperms during a coitus. For normal fertility, about 60% of them must have normal shape, size, and at least 40% of them must show vigorous motility. Okay, so the first part is the head, the upper part, right? हेड के ऊपर एक कैप लाइक स्ट्रक्चर है, उसे एक्रोजोम कहेंगे. फिर नेक होता है जो मिडल पीस, ये मिडल पीस है. नेक होता है जो हेड और मिडल पीस को कनेक्ट करता है. मिडल पीस में माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया होता है और एट द एंड टेल होता है. मिडल पीस देन ओपन्स इनटू टेल. ठीक है, टेल एक लॉन्ग और स्लेंडर और टेपरिंग स्ट्रक्चर है. क्लियर? So children, that is all for today. In our next video, we will be learning about the second type of gametogenesis, which is observed in females, that is oogenesis. I hope today's topic is clear to everyone. Thank you.